asking myself this question, because I read, some materials and listen to some podcasts and other lectures and stuff on different subjects.
Yeah.
And one of the subjects I'm very interested in is psychology. And in that world, there's this concept of, it's a big concept called forgiving yourself, right? Which Muslims don't really have. We have forgive others.
Yeah.
Forgive someone who did wrong to you. Seek Allah's forgiveness. Acknowledge your sin. All of that stuff. Make things right. But we don't really have a narrative of, forgive yourself. So when Christians talk about that a lot, therapists talk about that a lot, psychology books talk about that a lot, self-healing and all that kind of stuff. But I could never, every time I study something in the world of psychology, I could never find I have to find a connection to it in what Allah is saying or what the Prophet is saying, right? And I had a hard time finding a real connection between the idea of forgiving yourself and what Islam has to say, what the word of Allah, or what the sacred has to say. And actually, I found the answer to that in a very unlikely place. I was listening to, I'm doing a personal study of Jordan Peterson's work. He's a famous clinical psychologist, very controversial guy.
Oh yeah.
But
the guy who.
Yeah, the guy who. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm reading his book and I'm kind of taking notes on what is a Quran student's response to what he's saying, for myself, and eventually maybe I'll even make that the subject of a series, or maybe some discussions on the Quran show or something, about how we are to think about some of these things that are being talked about in the modern world. But anyway, so he draws a lot from the Bible, right? And some things in the Bible we completely disagree with, and some things in the Bible are the same as what we have. And he said something that's actually in the Quran, but I never thought about it that way. He's talking about it from the Bible, but I realized as he's talking about it, man, if he knew the Quran side, he would even get richer with that. But I benefited from him even referring to it from the Bible. And that is that Allah created Adam alayhi salam, and he put inside Adam alayhi salam a ruh, right? And that ruh doesn't belong to Adam, it belongs to Allah. And the body does not belong to Adam, it belongs to Allah. And the concept in our deen is actually to be merciful to the creation of Allah and to be good to all of Allah's creations. And that everything belongs to Allah. Now, those principles, if you combine them, that actually means that me being good to myself, or me forgiving myself, or me being merciful to myself, or me thinking about how to not humiliate myself in my own mind, or to put myself down and consider myself a loser and all that stuff. When I'm doing that, I'm actually insulting a creation of Allah, because I'm also a creation of Allah. Right? I'm also someone that Allah honored. Like Allah honored the son of Adam and the daughter of Adam by putting the ruh in them. And if Allah honored me, why do I have the right to dishonor myself? Just like I don't have the right to dishonor somebody else because they're Allah's creation, I actually don't have the right to dishonor myself or to put myself down or to hate myself and all that kind of stuff. So there is some level of guilt when we do something wrong, and that's healthy, but self-hatred and, oh, you're a horrible person, you'll never change, or how could you have done this? This is all you are. And that kind of self-negative talk is actually against the teachings of our book too. And at the very fundamental level, because Allah Azza wa Jal, He created us, and we have to be caretakers of everything He created. هو الذي جعلكم في الأرض واستعمركم فيها. He's the one who put you in the earth, and He wanted you to develop on it and build on it. So He doesn't want us to destroy anything in the world, and He doesn't want us to destroy ourselves, right? So that was something I've been thinking. That was cool.